How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to a Minecraft tutorial. Today we're going to make an andesite farm. Now, everything in here is, you can make it as big as you want, basically. So you don't have to do it this size, you don't have to use those tunnels there. But basically what the idea is, you're going to need to make a lava farm. So lava in there drips down into the cauldrons. That then gets pumped into a buffer. So basically the buffer tank stops this from depleting. So it has a chance to regen all the lava that's needed to go through this machine. It all then gets pushed down into here, which then makes the andesite. So you're going to need a cobblestone generator, and then you're going to need another cobblestone generator into a flint maker. And then that's your andesite farm. So the main things you are going to need for this build are cauldrons, dripstone, glass if you want it to see it, if not it can be any block. You're going to need fluid pipes, a fluid pump, you're going to need lava tanks, this can be as big as you want it as well. You're going to need cogs, gearboxes, encased chain drives. You're going to need mechanical drills, as many as you want. You can make it as big or small as you really need. You're going to need belts. You're going to need millstones. You're going to need andesite funnels. And if you want to make it this big, you're going to need andesite tunnels. These aren't necessary though. You don't need these. You're going to need a press, a chute if you want to. You don't need to have a chute. You can have a hopper into a chest, and you're also going to need a chest and whatever power source you're going to be using. So I'm going to make a smaller version of this. I'm not going to put the bigger ones on. So I think the best way to start this will be getting the lava farm kind of sorted. So I'm just going to do that. So 3x4, actually, let's do 4x4, just so it's symmetrical. Then we're going to need blocks above and dripstone. Like this. It's probably best to put the dripstone on as you're going along. If you can only find a little bit of dripstone, go and plant it and it'll grow and you get more dripstone. So you're going to want to block it off as well so it doesn't overflow. Like that. Now, if you can only get one bucket at a time of lava, you still can do this, but you'll have to just wait. So you'll block that off and you'll do one. That will then drip down into there, take it back out, go back up, and then do 2, and then 3, and then 4, and so on. So once you've got your dripstone going, then you're going to need to go underneath and basically put all of these together. We're going to connect all these up. Like that. And one out. You can either do this like this, or you can put a pump there. We're going to put a pump, so we'll make one. Like that. So now anything that drips in here is going to go into here and then out here. Now we're going to need our tanks. And again, this can be as big as you want or as small as you want. It's just to allow, we'll do it the same size, it's just to allow these time to fill up. So once it starts working a little bit, you'll see they'll be dripping into here. You need cauldrons here, not basins. Got to remember it's cauldrons. I did basins last time. I thought it worked. It's not. It's cauldrons. So dripstone down into here. Then this will start getting pumped into here. Now we've got that working. We kind of want to work on our cobblestone generator. So we could. I'm going to do it here, just so we've got a bit of space. Now I'm going to make this long. You can do any size you want. I'm just going to make it long so we can get a few bits in, just so it's easier. Like that. And then we're going to want our millstones on top. Like this. One there. So this is going to be for cobblestone. Then off the millstone we're going to need an andesite funnel. And then off of here we're going to need to put our temporary block. Not temporary block, sorry. A stair. and then whatever block you want to go around it. So if you want to see it, you put glass. If you don't want to see it, then put any block you want. And this is just so we can trap the water in there. Like that. So that block's waterlogged now. So we'll stick that there. So what's going to happen is the lava is going to go in here, in this top bit, and then that's going to go onto there. And that's going to create cobblestone. The reason I'm doing it like this into the wall is because I expect you don't want to see all of your drills and stuff going out. You kind of want it embedded. So there, at the back of that, you're going to put your drill. Flip it around. So technically now, if we get rid of this, you can see what's actually going on. That is going to be your cobblestone generator. So that bit's done. We don't need to do anything there. But now we need also a flint farm. So like this side, we're going to do exactly the same. So now we have our two generators. We have one for cobblestone, and this one's going to be for flint. So to turn cobblestone into flint, you have to mill it twice. So we'll have millstone, and then we need a andesite funnel. And then we want another millstone. So I'm just going to make it a little bit wider so you can see what's going on. And then another 2 andesite funnels. So cobblestone goes to here, gravel goes into here, and then it comes out flint. So that's pretty much all the hard stuff done. It's not very hard to make, but we now need to put some shafts across. So that's going to power that side. And we need to now figure out a way to power these. In order to power these, you can use a... Let's get rid of this. A wind farm. You can use a steam engine, or you can use a water farm. I use water farms, and if you want all of this to work quickly, then you need to come up with the gear ratios. So for the gear ratios, you're going to need small cogs and also big cogs. So we're going to gear this up basically. Oh, and you're going to need andesite casing. So what we do is to gear up, we go small, big, small, big, small, big, and then repeat. So small, big, small. Got andesite case that, big. Then you go small. Then you got andesite case this one. Big, big. And then small. Andesite case this one. Big. Andesite case this one. Then you go small and big. And this is where you're going to stick your water wheel. So we'll just put a thing like that. We don't want a small one. We want a big water wheel. So let's just do this. And we have a big water wheel. Like that. You may have to put a few on. So I normally do 4. Just so we have enough space. And enough stress units to power it all. And then we'll put these on. Like that. So as you can see, we're going slow, slow, and it starts to speed up, and then it's fast. And they're both, you need those belts going both the same way. So once you have that done, you now need to figure out how to get power from here to here and to all these parts. And the way you can do that is by bringing these belts out a little bit, like this. I know it stopped spinning, but they will start spinning again. Don't worry about that. We'll put shafts in there and shafts in there. So now they're spinning. Now what we can do is we can put gearboxes in and things like that to actually change the rotation. Grab our gearbox. We're going to need something like this. Now you can run a belt from here. You can do this. And that will run it, as you can see. The only problem with the belts are that they can cause lag. So if you can afford it, use encased train drives. Because what that's going to do is allow us to bring power across to here from here. and we can do exactly the same. And a gearbox. So that's going to be those two running. I'm going to switch them off for now because I don't want loads of stuff going everywhere. So we got those working. Now we need to get these two working. And to get those working, you need cogs. That's the only way that that's going to work. It's like that. So what I normally do, let's get rid of this quickly, is if we've got this in here, we'll stick 2 cogs there. Get one of those gearboxes. Flip it. What we need to do now... Sorry, I didn't mean to get rid of that. So we flip it that way. And now we need to get power from the other side. We'll put a shaft directly in there. That's going to spin that. And you can see it started to eat the cobblestone up. It's going to start to push stuff off. So that's done for that side. We don't need to do that side. We just need to put another cog here because that will reach over and that will do those both. We can put this back in there. So that's going to go into that one. Now we just need a way of powering this one. We have to do it like that. That's the only way we could do it. So we stick a gearbox in there again. There's probably a lot simpler way of doing this, but this is the way I like to do it. So that's that one going. So now you can see the flint come off. So we have gravel and flint is what we want. So now we have the whole machine working. We now need to put it into a press. We also need to get lava into said press. So what we need for that is a basin. And it has to be a basin this time, not a cauldron. So I've just shortened this side down a little bit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put a belt there. Like that. We're going to shorten this side down again. And we are going to run it across like this. So bring it out one more, put a gearbox there. So that's going to go here and then here. Then we put our basin here. Like that. So 2 thingies are going to go in there. And then we put our press on top like that. And now we need a pump to go. We can stick it there if we want. That way we can run 2 things off at once. If we switch that around, that's fine. That goes in there. And then we can gear it up. Right, so that's going to work on that. Now we just need a way of making these run. So we can literally just put another cog there. We're overstressed. So we add another water wheel. So what you're going to need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10 wheels. And this is literally the whole farm working apart from this bit here. And the way we can do that is by putting a gearbox in there. So that's now sucking all of the lava out of these into here and then into here. Also, what I forgot to mention is you need one to go up and in, so you have to kind of get rid of one block here. It has to look like that for it to suck from all of these. As you can see, it's put 15 buckets of lava in there. Every time that goes down, it fills up. So that's it done. Now you just need to turn on these generators. So now that's doing that. It is making everything. So the reason we are getting... Let's turn this off. The reason we're getting different materials in here is because we need to set an andesite filter. So you need to do that. If you don't have any andesite, you need to make that do that so you can get your andesite and then turn it into a filter. If you grab our andesite like that, we stick that on there, we won't get all that mess that's in there. So now the only thing you need is either a depot, another belt system, or a hopper, or a chute into a chest. If we stick that there, that's going to drop everything in there. And then our chest goes underneath it. I'm going to use this for display purposes, just so you can see that it's going in there. Like that. If you didn't want it underneath your world, obviously build it higher. So now if we switch this on, it's going to have a bit of a meltdown because of what's in there. But there you go. There's your andesite farm. Now another note you need to know about is the reason that is going so fast is because it was backed up with materials. That's the only reason that's going so fast. If if we look here, there you go, it's slowed down. So this is the normal speed of it. So we've got 19 buckets in there, 18.9, 18.8. So it is going down, but then it gets filled back up again. So you're never going to run out of lava. And that's it. If there's anything you're unsure of, let me know in the comments and I'll make it a little bit clearer. But that is the andesite farm, really. But I do appreciate everyone coming over to the channel. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.